Have you ever heard that the best way to regain power over someone who hurt you is to disappear, to stop calling, texting, and showing up? People call it no contact. But the Stoics would say this is an illusion because silence can be ignored, but real change cannot. Marcus Aurelius said the best revenge is not to become like your enemy. And that means you do not win when someone feels your absence. You win when they no longer recognize a version of you that once needed their approval. Silence alone does not guarantee strength, because over time people adapt to absence. They create stories to justify losing you and may even convince themselves it was their choice while you are waiting in silence. They may already be moving on. So the real question is whether your silence is growth or manipulation, because Stoicism teaches that control lies only in your actions, not in how others react. What hurts more than silence is change. When you stop chasing and start rebuilding yourself, you read, you train. You grow, you become stronger, calmer, and more focused. And one day, if they return, they will find someone who no longer reacts the same way, whose eyes no longer seek validation. And that realization hurts more than being ignored, because it shows them they lost power over you. Every relationship is a mirror. And when you rise, instead of breaking, you reflect back the truth. They try to avoid that they underestimated you. Epictetus said a grounded person does not look outside for approval, and you're. Growth forces others to face their own weakness. They expected you to stay small and dependent, but instead you create a life they no longer fit into. And that image of you standing strong where they left you broken is something they cannot ignore, because transformation speaks louder than silence. And real power comes from becoming someone who no longer needs to prove anything at all. Now you understand the power of reflection. It is not about revenge, but about awakening. Silence can end, but growth cannot, and that is why real change hurts more, because it is irreversible. Marcus Aurelius said time is like a river, and once you change, you can never return to the same place, and others can never meet the old version of you again. No contact gives a false hope that things might go back to how they were, but true healing makes that impossible, because when you finally value your peace, you realize going back would mean shrinking yourself again. The real pain for the other person is not that you are gone, but that they can no longer reach you. It is like finishing a story they left behind and realizing the ending no longer includes them. And that pain is not nostalgia. It is realization, the realization that you grew beyond their reach. The Stoics called this self-mastery. Seneca said the one who conquers himself is the strongest. And this is what your silence should become, not a weapon, but a place to rebuild yourself. Do not use distance to punish others. Use it to improve yourself. Do not try to make them suffer. Try to make yourself whole. Because when you master your inner world, the outer world loses its power over you. You stop reacting and start choosing. You stop waiting and start creating. And this calm, strong presence cannot be ignored. One day, the person who once hurt you will feel the weight of losing you, not because you disappear, but because you returned as someone free from needing approval, chasing attention, or proving anything at all. Being free means loving without attachment and walking away without anger. So the next time you want to use silence just to hurt someone, remember this: silence can be forgotten, but growth cannot. The Stoics did not teach running away. They taught strength, clarity, and self-control. They did not say disappear. So if someone misses you, they said rise. So you never need to be miss. A real win is not when they regret losing you. The real win is when you no longer need them to, and when that moment comes and you look at yourself and feel peace instead of pain. You will understand what Marcus Aurelius meant when he said you control your mind, not outside events. And that is where real strength comes from. If you are still hurting, or someone's silence made you doubt your worth, do not waste that pain. Try and get attention. Use it. Read the book you kept delaying. Take the walk you kept avoiding. And build a new life, not to prove anything, but to become who you were meant to be. Because the true power of no contact is not about who misses you. It is about who you become while they are gone. And when they see you again, calm, strong, and whole, that will speak louder than any silence. Because real transformation tells a story where they are no longer needed.